It was just after midnight, and I was alone in the house. I live on the East Coast, small town, nothing special. My parents were out of town visiting family, and I had the place to myself for the weekend. I wasn't expecting anyone. I wasn't texting anyone. Just winding down, watching YouTube on the couch, a blanket half over me, lights off except for the kitchen and the soft glow of the TV. That's when I got the first text. It came in as an iMessage, blue bubble, from a number I didn't recognize. Area code 406, Montana. I don't know a single person from Montana. I don't even know anyone who's been there. I've lived on the East Coast my entire life, and there's no overlap between my contacts and anything out west. No message, just a pin attachment. I tapped it. The preview of the pin briefly looked familiar. The map opened to my house, my actual house. Every part of me went cold. My stomach flipped. I sat up a little straighter, holding the phone tighter. I didn't know what to make of it. Was it a mistake? A weird glitch? A wrong number? I didn't move for a while. Just stared at the screen, waiting for another message or for some kind of explanation. Nothing came. I texted back. Who is this? 3 dots appeared, and then disappeared. I stayed frozen. I thought maybe it was a scammer, but no links, no follow-up, just my exact house as a dropped pin, sent deliberately. And then I got another message. You always sit in the same spot. My stomach dropped. I backed away from the window instinctively. At 12:14 a.m., another iMessage came through. This one wasn't a dropped pin. It was a live location share through the Find My app. Not just a static point, a constantly updating dot that tracked them in real time. Wherever they went, I could see it. The starting point was about an hour away. It looked like a country road near a highway exit I didn't recognize. The dot was moving. Fast. Whoever it was, they were driving. The dot kept moving steadily. It was still on a highway an hour out, a direct line straight toward my county. The dot kept moving steadily. It was still on a highway an hour out, a direct straight line toward my county. The realization hit hard, like ice water down my back. This wasn't some random drive. Whoever this was, they were coming directly to me. I froze. My first instinct was to close the app, but I couldn't. My hands felt glued to the phone, and my chest tightened as I watched the dot crawling closer, taking a highway exit that fed straight into my town. Panic kicked in. I stood up too fast and stumbled, almost dropping my phone. My mind raced with everything I hadn't done. Doors, window, lights. I snapped into motion. I ran upstairs, locking the window in my room even though I never opened it. Then the bathroom window, I came back down, grabbed the landline phone, which we still kept in the kitchen, and checked to make sure it had a signal. Then I moved through the house quickly, locking the front doors even though I was pretty sure I had already. Then I went to the back and turned the deadbolt. Then checked the side door to the garage. I flicked off every light as I went. Kitchen, hallway, living room, everything dark. I returned upstairs and shut the door to my bedroom, locking it behind me. I crouched low behind the window and stayed there, holding my phone with both hands. I reverse searched the number online. For some odd reason, it hadn't occurred to me to do this after the first pin. Nothing. No name, no carrier ID. The websites that normally return at least a state or spam risk came back blank. One of them just said no available data. I tried copying the number into Facebook. Nothing. Instagram, Snapchat, nothing. The dot was about 45 minutes out now. I called one of my friends again and left a message this time, voice shaking. Told him I was getting a live location from a random Montana number, and the sender had sent my house as a pin first. Then it turned into a live location through the Find My app. That's when it hit me. This wasn't a mistake. The details were too specific and too direct. No context, no scam links, just the pin, and then the line. You always sit in the same spot. Then a moving location. Still no reply. I sat on the floor behind the couch, keeping low. Every light in the house was off now except for the lamp in the upstairs hallway. I checked the front door again. Still locked. Back door. Locked. Windows. Closed. No lights outside except the small porch lamp and the motion light over the garage. My neighbors were all asleep. One of them works early shifts and their lights were already off at 10. The other house hadn't had a single light on all evening. The entire block was dead quiet. I called the police, told them someone from out of state had sent me my exact location and was now sharing a live location that was moving toward me. They asked if I knew the person. I said no. They asked if I was in immediate danger. I said I didn't know. They said they would send a cruiser to do a drive-by in a bit, but not to call 911 unless someone actually showed up. The line went dead after that. The dot was still moving, now 35 minutes out. I couldn't stop checking it. I kept switching apps, refreshing, going back over and over again. I sat in my bedroom on the floor beneath the window, hiding just under the sill out of instinct. I didn't think I would see anything, but I couldn't stop myself from checking. I wanted to be near the window. I needed to know if someone was really coming. Legs crossed, phone in both hands, eyes glued to the screen. Every time I glanced back at the dot, still crawling closer, I felt a cold throb in my chest. I imagined every bump I heard as a knock, every gust of wind as movement. I kept picturing someone walking around the house with their phone in their hand, sending things to me without saying a word. I mustered up the courage to call the number and see what's going on, or give them a piece of my mind for scaring me like this. No response. At 1:03 a.m., another message came through. You always sit in the same spot. My throat felt dry. I turned off the hallway lamp from earlier and curled into the corner between the nightstand and the wall. My phone lit up my face, but I didn't care anymore. I just wanted to watch that dot. I had to know. The location was 25 minutes away, then 20. Were they really coming towards my house? I started to deny it. There's no way they are. And even if so, what would they do? I don't even know this person. Time started to stretch. I was staring at the screen, barely blinking. I lost track of how long I stared at it, watching it slowly eat up the distance. I wasn't sure if the police had actually come. I didn't hear a siren. No knock. No headlights outside. I didn't even know if they could find someone from just a number and a moving dot. The dot crept through the center of town. Then 15 minutes out. And then 12. And then 9. It passed the gas station. Then the local grocery store. It took the same route I would take to get home. My legs were stiff from not moving. I stayed quiet. I don't know why. It felt wrong to even shift around too much. I kept glancing at the door to my bedroom like something might come through it. At 1:39 a.m., the dot turned onto my street. Then it stopped. My stomach dropped so hard I felt dizzy. I grabbed my phone and fumbled through the lock screen, trying to redial the police. My hands were shaking so badly I hit the wrong buttons twice. It sat at the edge of the block for a minute, just paused there. I was holding my breath. Then it moved again, right past the first house. Then the second. Then it stopped again, in front of mine, right across. I crawled over to the window slowly, just enough to peek beneath the blinds without pressing my face up. A pair of headlights was sitting silently at the curb. My phone buzzed. One more message. You see me now. Then came the photo. Taken from the street, my house, lights off, curtains drawn. The picture was angled upward, directly at my bedroom window. I haven't moved. The car door just opened. Thank you so much for making it to the end of this video. A quick shout out to my patrons, Old Penguin, Rinku Star, Melissa Perez, Icy Narrates, Seven Cities Journalist, Cupcake Hips, Eric Cifuentes, Alonso, Austin My Love, Ellie Hutmeyer, Jesse Hartley, Lawrence Wallen, Mr. Sankofa, and William Hartley. I always try to link a different charity in the description, so go ahead and check that out. I'm also going to start having more things on my Patreon soon, so keep your eyes peeled. And as always, I'd love to know how I can be praying for you, so go ahead and drop a comment and let me know how I can do that. Thank you so much, and I hope to see you in the next video.